الحمد لله الذي جعلنا من المتمسكين بولاية سيدي ومولاي علي بن أبي طالب عليه السلام.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
الحمد لله الذي هدانا لهذا وما كنا لنهتدي لولا أن هدانا الله. قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
إذا سقى الرجل امرأته أجر. Please recite salat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
Respected Resident Alim Sheikh Adil Raza, Sayyid Adil Raza, my elders, brothers, sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Rasulullah Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam,
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
he says in Al-Muhajjat al-Bayda, volume 3, page number 70, he says, verily, the man who lifts a morsel of food to his wife's mouth is well rewarded. That means if you feed your wife, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will reward you. There's not only a message to the groom, but a message to all of us, of all of you here. I'm excluded. So it's a message that sometimes we stereotype this, that only women are supposed to cook in the house. Only women are supposed to help out with all the household chores. The men, they are like, you know what, just get me a cup of chai. Now I want a cup of coffee, make for me nundu tonight, make for me chicken curry. No, 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 no. Work together, work in unison. Rasulullah says, yes, when the wife serves the husband, yes, mashallah. But even the husband should serve the wife according to Rasulullah Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
In another hadith, the Holy Prophet says, in Kanz al-Umar, this book was authored by Al-Muntaqi Al-Hindi, Al-Ahl Sunnah scholar. Hadith number 44,435. He says, إِذَا سَقَى الرَّجُلُ إِمْرَأَتَهُ أُجِرُ. That if a man quenches his wife's thirst, he is rewarded for it. So here, two hadiths. Rasulullah says, first, feed your wife. Not only that, even provide water for your wife. If a man quenches his wife's thirst, Allah will reward you. That means there is thawab even in serving your spouse. If you open even the Bible, in the Gospel of Mark, chapter 10, verse number 8 to 9, it says, and the two shall become one flesh. So they are no longer two, but one flesh. What therefore God has joined together, let no man separate. That means now, when you get married, you have committed that we are no longer two, but we are one. We are no longer two families, but now we are one family. When there is a problem in one family, the other family says, you know what, I'll stand up and solve your problem. They work together, they work hand in hand. Why? Because they are one. There was an article released by the Huffington Post in the United States on the 21st of April 2015. Remarkably, the article's title was 7 Remarkable Things About Khadija, Wife of the Prophet of Islam. An article was released regarding Bibi Khadija. Now I'll not mention all 7, I'll just mention one. It says that she would help the poor and would get them married as well. And she would spend her worldly riches on the poor. This article was written by Miss Yasmina Blackburn. So she says here that whenever anyone would approach Bibi Khadija and say, I need some money for education, Bibi Khadija would provide them help. I need money for treatment, for medication, Bibi Khadija would give them money. Not only that, they would come to the Holy Lady Khadija and say, I want to get married, oh Bibi Khadija. She would say, take this money and go and get married. Importance of enabling our youngsters to get married. Empowering. Sometimes we get married and say, you know what, let's leave others aside. No, 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 no. When you are able to do something and someone else is not, uplift that person. And there was a sense of compatibility between Rasulullah Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam and the Holy Lady Khadija. What was the compatibility? Sometimes when there is something positive going on, it shouldn't only be the wife acting out on that positive thing or the husband. Let me give you an example. Sometimes we have a nature whereby we see the husband, let's say, very generous, example. And the wife says, why do you need to help the poor? Or sometimes the wife says, let us help the poor. The husband says, no, there's no need. No, when there is a goodness, when there is a positivity, when there's something positive, both of you should do it together. Therefore, Rasulullah was known as mercy to mankind because he would serve humanity. Bibi Khadija would also undertake in service as well. Both of them were compatible for each other when they were acting out positive things, when they were acting out goodness. And therefore, Imam al-Sadiq says in Al-Kafi, Shaykh Hunayn's Al-Kafi, volume 5, page 331, hadith number 2. He who arranges for a single person to get married will be amongst those whom Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will shower His mercy upon on the day of Qiyamah. Qiyamah, when you will crave for mercy, Allah will say, what did you do? If you say, I got a Muslim brother, I got a Muslim sister married, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will say, now I will shower my mercy upon you. My mercy and my compassion will descend upon you. We just want to look at this hadith and then we are going to end inshallah. This hadith is from Ghurar al-Hikam, hadith number 4684. This is a very pivotal and essential hadith, very important. We have to act out on this hadith. So Imam Ali says, ثَلَاثُ يُجِبْنَ الْمَحَبَّةِ, that there are three things that bring about love. Not only love within the marital life. You want love of the community? These three things are necessary. You want love to remain within your friendship circles? These three things are essential. You want love to remain intact in your business organization, in your company? These three things are very important. Number one, husnul khuluq. What? A good temperament. That means, number one, as today we have a marriage. Our esteemed speakers always emphasize, Sheikh Adil Raza and Dr. Kamal, they always say that the husband and the wife should control their temperament. Disputes are bound to happen. If they occur, at least one should control her or his temperament. And therefore once I remember, in the book, The Characteristics of a Muslim, published by Al-Balagh Foundation, and this hadith is also there in Tuhaf al-Uqul, Al-An al-Rasul, page 33, the 5th edition. So someone came to the Holy Prophet, and this is there in Sahih al-Bukhari as well. Someone came to the Prophet and said, O Prophet of Islam, you are one of the greatest, please advise me. Give me a simple advice, Ya Rasulullah. He honestly said, I am a complicated person. Don't give me long a'mals, don't give me long speeches. A simple advice from you, O Prophet. The Prophet said, advice number one, do not be angry. Do not have a bad temperament. Then the person said, thank you, Ya Rasulullah. What's next? Give me another advice. The Holy Prophet said, don't be angry. But Ya Rasulullah, you have said this once, why are you repeating again? The Prophet said, no, there is a reason why I am repeating again. Then the person said, okay, give me the next advice. The Prophet said, do not be angry. Again, have a good temperament. Very important. And then he says, he is not strong and powerful who throws people down, but he is strong who withholds himself from anger. That means even if you are as strong as Muhammad Ali, if you are as strong as Bruce Lee or The Undertaker, doesn't matter. As long as you control your temper, then you are a strong person. You are a powerful person. And you will become powerful. Stephen Hawking, famous scientist who recently passed away, in one of his quotes he says, people won't have time for you. People will not bother about you if you are always angry or complaining. Sometimes why do marriages break? My husband is very angry. My wife, she's always angry. Why? And then they don't have time for each other. Because they avoid one another. Why? Because of a bad temperament between the two. No. If there is good temperament, if they're both calm with each other, then there is no way that they're not going to spend time with one another. And now, someone may say, what about society criticizing me? Society irritates me. Sometimes say people judge us a lot. So how do we avoid the judgment of people? So there was a research done by a man by the name of Jaggi Vasudev. He's commonly known as Sadhguru. He has a YouTube channel, very famous personality. So he was asked, and just to add, he was an Indian yogi, a mystic, and the New York Times bestseller, best author. So he was once asked, oh Sadhguru, how do we remain happy? How do we stay happy in life? So he says, I'll paraphrase. Let's say someone right now comes to the mosque and says, all of you are supposed to wear kanzus to the mosque. Would all of you like it? Like it's a must, compulsory. Like I know my mom said today that I have to wear kanzu because the whole family is wearing kanzu. So I had to wear kanzu, but when mom says something, you have to accept. Now, if someone comes here and says, wear kanzu, people will be like, no, this is slavery, this is not good. Or, God forbid, someone comes and says, all of you have to stand while I give the speech. All of you would run away from the mosque. If all of you are supposed to stand for the entirety of my speech, you'd all run away. This is slavery, right? When someone messes with your life physically, determines your life physically, it is slavery. Then how come you allow others to interfere what is within you? Why can a person decide whether you're a good human being or not? Whether you're a pleasant human being or not? If someone determines what is your physical nature, if someone determines that, it's slavery. Why isn't it slavery when someone can determine what is within you? No. If society judges you, but you know you are right, leave the criticism aside. If you know what you are doing is right, if you are following the right path, the path of justice, there is nothing to fear. Avoid criticizing, also avoid being judged as well. That's number one. A good temperament. Good temperament between the spouse. Very important to bring about love within a relationship. Number two, there are only three and I end. Number two, Imam Ali says, وَحُسْنُ الرِّفْقَ. Kindness, compassion between the two. Abdullah ibn Ja'far al-Tayyar, the husband of Bibi Zainab, this is there in Shanidani Tarikh, Hikayat al-Shanidani, volume 5, page 114, Al-Muhajjat al-Bayda, volume 6, page number 80. So Abdullah ibn Ja'far al-Tayyar, one day, he was known for his generosity. He was walking one day, suddenly he saw a slave. And that slave was given his meal. He was given his food, let's say lunch or dinner. So he took that meal. He was about to eat, suddenly he saw a dog. An animal, a dog. So he offered food to the dog. He kept food in front of the dog, and the dog ate part of that food that was placed in front of him. He finished all of it. Now, Abdullah was witnessing this incident. The slave, you know what he did? He said, I have a little more food left with me. Let me just give everything to the dog. I'll give all my food to the dog. So he gave all the food to the dog. So Abdullah called him. He said, come here. The slave went and Abdullah said, that, how much food do you get? Was that all? Is your master going to feed you anymore? He says, no. Whatever food I got, whatever food I received, I gave it to the dog. So Abdullah said, how are you going to satiate your hunger? How are you going to satisfy yourself? This is natural, you must be feeling hungry. He says, I satisfy my hunger, how? With patience and steadfastness. After looking, after witnessing at this altruistic nature, after seeing that, look, this slave has taught me a lesson. Sometimes we move around too much in life. Always on phone, WhatsApp, and I'm talking about myself as well. WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat. Then we forget about what goes on around us. There is a lot of lessons around us. He learned from a slave. He says, you know what? I am freeing you. I am purchasing you from your master and I will free you in the name of Allah. Not only that. Where are you sitting right now? He says, I was sitting at this plantation, palm plantation. He says, no problem. Take this palm plantation, it is yours now. One act of kindness can have a huge impact in your life. And therefore, Princess Diana, she was a member of the British royal family. She was the first wife of Prince Charles, the Prince of Wales, the apparent heir of the throne, and the mother of Prince William and Prince Harry. Princess Diana, you know what she says? Sometimes, let me give you this quote and then I'll explain. Carry out a random act of kindness without expectation of reward, safe in the knowledge that one day someone might do the same for you. So when you come back home with a gift, you want to give it to your wife, don't say that, oh, tomorrow now my wife will buy me a similar gift. No, don't have that expectation. Give selflessly. Give altruistically. Or don't say, now my wife has bought something for me, or the wife buys something for the husband, and the wife is like, now tomorrow my husband better get me a necklace, a set. No. Or my husband better get me a suit. No. When you give a gift, don't have that in your heart that I will receive something in return. No. And that comes for humanity as well. When you serve humanity, don't think that, okay, this person will benefit me in future. No. You will be benefited through different ways. When you serve, you are going to be benefited. That's number two. Number one, let me ask. The one sitting in front of me. What was number one?
temperament.
Good temperament, mashallah. Number 2?
Kindness.
Kindness. Ahsan. Ahsan Sheikh. Number 3, Sayyid. I beg your pardon. Number 3, Imam Ali says, and I end. Quran al-Hikam, hadith number. What is the hadith number? 4684. He says that number 1, good temperament. Number 2, kindness. Number 3, what tawadu', humbleness, humility. That you want to bring love in your relationship, there better be humbleness, there better be humility. At the Aga Khan Zizima Secondary School, I was running for grade representative for my IB batch. And I stated in my speech that a leader, the most important element within a leader is not the power of speech. It's not the fact that he has billions of dollars, no. The most important characteristic that needs to exist within a leader, what? Humbleness, humility. And even from a spouse, you expect humility. From your wife, you want humbleness. From your husband, you want humbleness. There needs to be humbleness and humility within the relationship. I end with this hadith. Beautiful hadith again in Quran al-Hikam, hadith number 4613. Imam Ali says, Thamaratu tawadu' al-mahabba. The fruit of humbleness is love. You want love to grow within your relationship. Even if you are 70, even if you are 80, you want your wife to love you. You want your husband to love you. Practice these 3 things. Practice number 1, a good temperament. Don't get angry every time. Number 2, kindness, compassion. Number 3, what was number 3?
Humbleness.
Okay, humbleness. Ahsan. Afdal salat.
Wassalamu alayka ya Rasulullah.
Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. And lastly, before I move on to the munajat, I'd like to congratulate the couple. May Allah bless their relationship, inshaAllah. And for all the couples here as well, I pray. And for those people who are sick, Ya Allah, grant them shafa'ah. Those people with no employment, Ya Allah, grant them with employment. Those people who have problems with risk, Ya Allah, provide them with risk. Those people who are jailed, who are in prison for no reason, who are in prison, Ya Allah, allow for their release. And may our 12th Imam reappear. And may we be part of his army. May we be so good human beings that we are part of his army. या इमाम ज़माना करम कीजिए, नूर आँखों का मेरी बढ़ा दीजिए। या इमाम ज़माना करम कीजिए, खैर के दर पे क्यों जाए फरियाद को, आप सर पर सलामत हो इमदाद को, मांगने का सलीका बता दीजिए। या इमाम ज़माना करम कीजिए। आखिरी शेर। हर घड़ी आप यूं तो मेरे दिल में है, और यकीन है कि मौजूद महफिल में है। सबकी नजरों से पर्दा हटा दीजिए। या इमाम ज़माना करम कीजिए, नूर आँखों का मेरी बढ़ा दीजिए। या इमाम ज़माना करम कीजिए। अफ़्ज़लुस सलात वस्सलामु अलैका मुहम्मद व आलि मुहम्मद। अस्सलामु अलैकुम व रहमतुल्लाहि तआला व बरकातुहू।